Okay, it's Tuesday, February 3rd. Here are my trades for the day. Ugh, it's so hard to watch the cues again. Anyway, my thesis this morning were longs, or at least reversions with some profit taking and then pops back up. Certainly wasn't expecting this big of a sell-off, but I was neutral no matter what it said, what happened. So anyway, PLTR just kind of held its range pre-market. With the earnings and the big gap up, I figured we'd at least have a gap fill, potentially a reversion. We have the 20-day sitting up here, and it's rejected the 20-day. And right at market open, I expected the flush like normal. Gave us a little one candle push up, didn't make it. Retested the 20-day and pre-market high again, failed. So this is when I looked for a short position. And I waited for it to close below pre-market low, push back up, and then I got in basically right here as it came down. I know my little arrows here, but I got in pretty much right here. Technically I was going to do 2-to-1, but I have this moving average sitting down here, and I just drew my trend line, but I did sell into, I think I sold, where did I sell? I think right here. So here's what I actually ended up getting, almost a 5-to-1. Once this little doji came, I don't know, I was kind of getting, actually I sold before that. Once this little doji guy came, I just figured it was going to revert. PLTR is known for it, and it's known for fast ones, so I didn't want to get caught in that. So I sold. Those contracts moved great. I had 2 of them, and I think they're Fridays, yeah, because they're not 0 days. Those were $150 a con that I made on those. So there's that trade. And then the Qs. So the Qs, honestly, I was thinking we would get a long off the 20-day, which it sort of did, but the volume here on that sell candle was far greater than the buying as I was seeing. But the 20-day is just notorious for bounces. And, I thought that could be a good trade, but I just didn't see the setup really. And so once it came back up and failed the previous day high, pushed back through, and then closed again below the 20-day, I got in right here for a short down. And I was going to do 2-to-1, but we have this 50-day moving average, 20-day and 50-day. And I really like trading into moving averages because they're just natural magnets for buy and sell. So I just held this all the way down here and then sold it as it was pushing down, because I was just seeing a lot of buyers trying to step in and push it down with the candle action, and I didn't want to get caught in this. And honestly, 4 to 4.6 ratio is really good. So didn't want to be greedy. It did actually get down to my 50-day, which is a nice little bounce spot. But I'm quite happy with this trade as well. So 2 and done. How much am I up? So up 800 on the day with just 2 trades and 2 cons.